Sarah Michelle Gellar returning to the supernatural genre, although she is just a side character in this one. Let's talk about Paramount Plus's Wolf Pack. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the new show Wolf Pack. This is on Paramount Plus and is a production of the MTV Machine. I mentioned Sarah Michelle Gellar up at the top there. She plays a police detective here trying to figure out what is going on in this town with some werewolf activity. But she is really a side character in this. I think she's one of the main draws because she's on the poster. Before I knew what this show was, I had seen a commercial and she was sort of, the main attraction in those ads. But she is very much a supporting character here. You've got Armani Jackson, Bella Shepherd, Tyler Lawrence Gray, and Chloe Rose Robertson included in the main cast because this is really a teen drama show. It's based on a 2004 book of the same name. I wasn't sure if it was a book series, but I looked it up and it's just a singular book. So I don't know if season one is going to just be that book, and then we're going to sort of delve off into that if it does get renewed for a second season or who knows. But in any event, before I launch any more into the show, I want to welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thanks for finding my video. We do a lot of TV and movie reviews here every single day. I try to put something up, and if not, 5 or 6 videos a week at least. But if you do subscribe there, you can hit that notification bell and be alerted to all of my new videos dropping. So I'm a huge Sarah Michelle Gellar fan, from the Buffy days, of course, but even her other ventures. She did that one season show with Robin Williams, The Crazy Ones. That was good. She was in another horrible show called, what was it called? She played her own twin. I think it might have been called The Ringer. Wasn't great. The Grudge movie I finally got around to seeing last year. So, I do try to follow her with whatever she's doing. This one, though, concerned me a little bit when I saw that it was MTV and Wolfpack, because, of course, they had Teen Wolf already, and that was a big successful show. And Paramount Plus, I believe it was, because that's part of the MTV umbrella is, Paramount owns them. And they had a Teen Wolf movie like in January, and I thought, okay, maybe this is sort of a continuation of that, but it's not. It has nothing to do with Teen Wolf, which I think is a little odd then that MTV is the one producing this, and they launched it right after the Teen Wolf movie, but whatever. This is a completely separate entity, and I know people were obsessive about Teen Wolf. I never really watched the show, but people were clamoring for more or whatever, so they made the movie. But so this is an entirely different entity, and not for the better, I would say, because I feel like people that loved that Teen Wolf show did want more from that universe, from that world. But here we do get another teen werewolf storyline, and that's the whole basis of the show. I can see the appeal, I guess. I'm obviously not in the target demo for this. Let's be clear about that. I'm in my mid-40s. I haven't watched anything current on MTV for probably about 15 years or more. I don't get into the teen mom stuff, the ridiculousness. So, maybe it's out of my wheelhouse anyway, but I do like a teen show. I always talk about how the stuff on Freeform is not really in my demo either, but I find myself drawn to that kind of stuff. Here, I can see a little bit of the appeal. The first episode or two was not quite grabbing me, but I have to say by the third episode, I was getting more on board with the plot and who the characters are. However, doesn't make the acting really any better. The acting is fairly wooden. Sarah Michelle Gellar, I have to say, is kind of wasted here. I think she's got some good scenes as, the hard-nosed detective, trying to kind of trap the people into saying what she wants them to say, kind of thing. So she does, I think, well enough with the material, but this is such a far cry from Buffy and some of the other supernatural stuff that she is sort of at this point known for. I mean, it's almost her calling card. And I wondered sort of, what is she doing in this show other than kind of being a name and being a name sort of in supernatural television specifically that they can put on the poster. But really, in the first episode, she's barely even in it. So when I saw that she was on the poster, I thought, well, that's a bait and switch a little bit by the marketing department. But it's curious because I feel like the main demo for this show is not your old classic Buffy fan. It's not, people that have followed Sarah Michelle Gellar for the last 25, 30 years. I really think it's, people in the like 18 to 34 demo that, okay, maybe they experienced Buffy 10 years after it left the air. A lot of the people that discovered Charmed with, the original Charmed in the same way. But she's barely in it. At least in the third episode, yeah, okay, the detectives are a little more on the case. But everybody else here is sort of the focal point. And there are some interesting characters. I have to admit, for my gripes about the acting and the script being a bit weak and stuff like that, I will say some of the characters are interesting enough. Is it enough to want to follow them for a whole season? No, I don't think so. And are the Teen Wolf fans going to follow this? Oh, great, another MTV Wolf show. Let's see. I don't think it has the staying power of that show. And again, I didn't watch that show, but the people I know, that I've talked to that were like obsessed with it, really got into all the minutiae here. I don't think this one is quite deep enough to go there. So I don't think that fan base is going to necessarily be as ravenous for this as maybe they were for Teen Wolf. But I will say I've seen much worse things on MTV and on Paramount Plus. This just seems like a little bit of a wasted opportunity overall. Sarah Michelle Gellar's doing her thing, but everybody surrounding her is just sort of, a pale imitation of what they think a teenager sounds like or whatever. But again, by the third episode, I was getting interested in the story, so I don't hate it, but I'm going to leave Wolfpack with a C-. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Dan Reviews It for another TV or movie review. Bye.